Thank you for tuning in today for Models in Diabetes, presenting by A&G Model Management. Today I have with me Doris Hobbs, who is a diabetes activist and also a media specialist. And then on my right, I have the wonderful Alexia, who is an experienced model and also joining me with A&G Model Management. I today will speak about, want to bring awareness to diabetes. These are two women who have diabetes, and I just want to share light on what diabetes is and how do you go about the fashion industry with it. So today, we're going to be sharing that with you. So let's get started. I have a few questions that I want to just present to you guys and just, bring light and start a conversation. So for opening, tell us who you guys are, starting with Doris, and who you are and when did you become diabetic and what type do you have?
So, of course, Doris, I have a website called Rich and Love Fashion, and funny thing about it was I got my fashion blog started. 2 years later, diabetes hit me. So it was kind of one of those blessings in disguise because it's actually propelled me to where I need to be within the industry, and it's helped me propel my marketing and PR side of what I'm doing. And now I'm in the wine industry, kind of educating people with, certain types of wine and so on. So type 1 diabetes hit me at the age of 31. I'm an offset, so I'm much older for the typical diabetic. And it's in my family. My dad's had it since he was 2. Sister got it at 21, me at 31. So that's pretty much where we're at with that.
Okay. And what about you, Alexia?
So my name is Alexia Balstruri. I've been an athlete all my life, and I noticed me getting diagnosed with diabetes when I was 16 years old. I was playing volleyball on my team, and I was very fuzzy in my vision, very frustrated at my teachers and my classmates, and I had no idea what was going on in my body. So I finally went to the doctors, and I was diagnosed at 16, and I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and I got that from my celiac disease that I was diagnosed with my freshman year, so I was 14 when I got that one. So the two autoimmune diseases come hand in hand, and I had no idea. Came as a surprise to me because I'm the only one in my family who has type 1 diabetes, so I'm starting the genetics now.
That's such a great thing that, you guys are able to go through life with this autoimmune disorder or disease, or however you want to press light to it, but you guys have it and you guys are strong women with it. So I appreciate you guys for coming on today. And so the next question I would want to ask is, so when were you first, as we already said, you guys were 14, 16, and then you said you were 31. So how has this influenced your lifestyle since then?
Oh boy, so for me, it's one of those things where the next day you wake up, and you probably can relate to this, your whole life is different. The foods you used to eat, you can't eat them anymore.
Yeah.
The lifestyle you had, you have to alter it. Now you have to figure out which device do I want to wear. Do I want to do the old-fashioned way, testing my fingers and putting the blood on the strips? Do I want to do the sensor? You have the Dexcom, so you have all these choices, and it's just, day becomes where you cannot let your days become the number. So if you wake up in the morning and you have a high, you cannot let that make your day a bad day. You have to be bigger than that number, and you have to be in control of it. My father would always tell me, and it's kind of funny, he said, you have to be in control of diabetes. And the way he would say, it's kind of blunt, so excuse my language, but he says, diabetes is your bitch. You are not diabetes bitch. So you have to take complete control of the autoimmune disease, where you are in control of it and you tell it what to do. Because when diabetes tells you what to do, you've lost.
Exactly.
That's a good explanation.
To touch on that, I have something on my mood board on my wall that says, don't let diabetes control you. Oh my God, how did it go? I forgot. Yeah, no, I need a paraphrase. But if you let diabetes control you, it's basically saying it's the end from that. It's all about your mindset. It's all about your day. You're going to have ups and downs. One day you'll wake up with 230 blood sugar. The normal range, by the way, if you don't know, is like 80 to like 120. It's a good range to be. I mean, also it's different for everybody.
I'm 70 to 120.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like 10 points off,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's all about the strength that you perceive yourself to have, and I'm a positive person, and when I first got it, I thanked God that it wasn't cancer and it wasn't anything worse.
Oh, good point. Yeah,
exactly. So I'm blessed that I have it. I'm glad that I have it versus my other sisters because I'm one of the stronger ones. So I'm glad that I received it versus them because I can control it and I don't know, I have the strength to do it. It's pushing me every single day to be even stronger.
Well, you have a bigger purpose too, because you said before we started filming that you like educating people with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can already see where you're going to go with your life. You're going to be educating people with this.
Exactly, yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And then also to mention that she just started her personal training. So not only does she have diabetes and she's, working in her new life, but she's also wanting other people to be healthy as well. So that's good and, inspiring for other people. And so how did you guys feel? How did you feel diabetes inspired or is inspiring you, your current lifestyle or future lifestyle to come? We've already kind of mentioned that or touched on it, but just go a little bit deeper with it.
Well, I've said this in so many, interviews I've done before where it's made me the woman I needed to be. It basically, you now have a different lifestyle where you have gratitude for everything now. When I wake up, I always say thank you. Because now I have another day. Because when you start having low blood sugars and you start getting into the scary 40s, 42s at night, and now you're in a panic of like, oh my God, I could go into a coma, now you're scared to go to bed. It's basically kind of like, people don't understand all what's surrounded by diabetes. It's so many different elements to it. But I feel like for me, it's just like I wake up in the morning and I always, ask God, what's in your heart for me today? And then I'm always saying thank you, and I'm always being appreciative of everything that I do have, and of the sensors that I have on my arm. And when I see a high blood sugar, I'm just like, I got it, it's all good. But it's also helped me, in my own way of pushing myself further, knowing that I hate to say this, but everybody says, "Oh, life is short." No, life is not short. Life is short for the people that don't accomplish things in their lives. I believe life isn't short, because if you keep on grinding and pushing forward every day and being a light, it's just like, I don't know how to describe it.
It's going to be worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. And you don't think about time dwindling down.
Yeah.
You think about life expanding because you're expanding in your knowledge and awareness.
And then also to touch on that is when you say life is short and then you go through different things, it's about living in that moment. It's about, living in that moment, manifesting what you want to do, because the life can be as long as you want it to be if you make it how you want it to be.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, no, I love that. Perfect. Thank you.
That is perfect. You got to take life in.
Right. So how do you feel that it's changed or is going to influence your future lifestyle?
I mean, it's part of my lifestyle now, so I kind of just have to absorb it and adapt to the new change. When I first got diagnosed at 16 years old, I was very immature and ignorant of the whole diabetes. I had no idea what it was, so I literally walked into my first appointment of being a diabetic, eating a bag of cookies, because I was like, oh my God, this is going to be my last day eating cookies. So I ate like the whole bag. My blood sugar was like through the roof.
Oh my gosh.
But it's all about how you perceive it to be or how you let it get to you, because there are days where you just lay in bed and look at the ceiling just like, why God, like why me, like what did I do to deserve this? But then there are days where I'm grateful, like I said, it's not cancer, it's not anything worse. But it's all about also the support system that you have around you. And my parents, my family, my sisters, my boyfriend, they're all amazing with it. They always ask, what's your number? Are you okay when I'm being a little bit more moody? When my blood sugar's high, we get moody. They're always like, okay, what's your blood sugar? Go relax, go in the other room if you have to or something. But yeah, it's just all about the support system, having people around you who are there for you, uplifting you and not bringing you down.
Yeah, well, that's good. And that's just a way that you can, for people out there who does have diabetes. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. So today we're going to be talking with Alexia. We're going to, press a little bit on you as a model and how you go through the industry as a diabetic. So as a model, has diabetes affected or changed the way you work or perform within the industry? If so, how?
There's a couple things. The physical aspect with my devices. So I have my devices on my stomach. I can show you if you want. So I have my port right here, and then I have my sensor right here. So I like to shoot beachwear. I love beachwear and wearing my swimsuits because I'm confident in my body. And sometimes it shows, and it shows my scars, and I get really insecure, and sometimes the photographer says, oh, your thing's showing. I was like, oh, can you hide it? But I have to learn to flaunt it. I have to learn to be like, this is me, this is my body, this is my life. So that's one. Another thing, when my blood sugar gets too high during a photo shoot, because I detach from my pump, so I just detach so I don't have it on me. And when I'm away from insulin for like the 2-3 hours that I'm shooting, my blood sugar goes a little bit too high, and I can already sense it. Like I get dehydrated very fast. It's weird. Like my ears do this like weird thing where they pop, and like I can hear myself breathe. And that,
wow.
Yeah,
It's different for all of us.
Yeah, it's a really weird thing, and I can just know my blood sugar's high, and I need some water, I need some insulin right away. But that's the only thing that I can think of.
Okay, so it's good to know that as a photographer or as, you know, a client that you're working for, to know that as a model with diabetes, to have water, to have refreshments on set that, you know, just in case you do go into like a shock of any kind, that they are prepared and that you don't got to cut it short or anything like that.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's good to
and as
know.
diabetics, we're always ready with sugar, tablets, everything.
Yeah, that's good to know.
We don't leave home without them, right?
Exactly, yeah.
We have them in our car, we have them in our purses.
Yes, everywhere.
We have them in our friends, but you know, everywhere.
I love it. I love it. So, what advice could you give a inspiring model who has any type of immune disorder, including diabetes, wanting to, you know, come into the industry?
It should never stop you at all. It's just something that it was given to you, it was gifted to you, and you're just going to find your purpose with it. You'll find it eventually, like I found it today. I found it today talking to another diabetic, and it's amazing talking to other people with diabetes, and having a community like this it's great to speak about all the ups and the downs. So just continue your dreams, because you're not going to let something that you were given without even asking for it stop you in your dreams. I have so many goals and aspirations that I'm not letting any of it stop me because I have diabetes, so I give the same advice to you.
That's good.
And it is manageable. That's the thing. It's the thing out of everything out there. And how you said, thank God it wasn't cancer and stuff like that. It's like, it's one of the, you know, it's a terrible thing, but it is manageable.
Yes.
Through the right, you know, exercise and mindset and eating the right foods and stuff. And of course having your insulin, because you're insulin dependent. But it is manageable.
Definitely.
So you can work with it.
Exactly.
Or actually, no, tell it what to do, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
You're going to work for me.
And also know that A&G Model Management accepts anybody, any disorder, any immune disorder. I love and I'm embracing you just because even it's like a cherry on top, because it just makes even more of why I'm here, is giving an opportunity to anybody and just understanding what they're going through as well. So next question. What have you guys learned about either yourself or about diabetes that has changed the way you associate with society?
With society? God, I don't know. Isn't that like, it almost puts us like on a completely different pedestal in a way, where we're like the golden children or some sort. But you're you beeping. This is a good conversation here.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, no.
So what does that mean?
Yes, tell
So
us.
it beeps when it's high and beeps when it's low, so it alerts me. It's kind of like an alarm clock saying, wake up, like you need to do insulin or you need to put sugar in your body.
So what is it telling you?
Right now my blood sugar is 212, and with this cool gadget that I have, this is my pancreas, which is super amazing. It's telling me it's 212 and it's a steady 212. And I have two units of insulin on board, so it's going to slowly come down. I just have to acknowledge the fact that I saw it, and then that's it.
So it lets you know if it's either too high or too low, or you're on track.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
It tells me
So the difference with what I have, my little sensor here, I don't get no beeping. Nothing beeps me. It's just my body telling me something's up. And sometimes it's like, sometimes I'll feel something and then I check it and I'm like, oh, false alarm. Other times I'm like, oh, damn, this is, So then I have to take my phone, swipe my arm, see what the blood sugar is, and then I take my insulin and then I correct it.
This is separate. Have you guys ever like went throughout the day and just was like, so, you know, just into the day and now realized, wait.
I have diabetes.
Like, hold on, maybe I should go check, or like, you know.
But when you're at a restaurant, you're just ordering food and you're just like, and you get the plate and you're just like, oh, I can't have sweet potatoes. I can't have French fries. Like, what am I doing?
Oh my gosh, but you know, you just want to at least sniff it or something. Like, at least get the aroma.
Well, then there's the thing. When you have, like, let's say you order French fries, we know that's a complex carb. That's going to slowly go up and it's going to stay up for a while. And the funny thing about it is people don't understand food until you're diabetic. Then you understand because you see your body and how it's breaking it down. Like pasta, it's a bowl sugar.
Oh wow.
Sweet potatoes or French fries, it's just a complex carb. It goes up, it stays there for a while, and then it slowly will drop down.
So would you what about being a vegetarian? How would you guys, because that is like,
I say more like paleo, keto would be.
okay,
I think-
keto's more good?
Yeah, I would say
just
that's.
cut out the carbs.
Oh, because
Yeah.
less, no sugar at all.
Well, I say
more
like
fats.
cut 80% of your carbs.
Yeah,
Have a
exactly.
little
Oh.
20%, but be very choosy of what those carbs are.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then eat those around times where you're gonna like go on a walk or something like that. So
Okay.
it gives you kind of some energy and you can burn it off at the same time.
Mhm.
Instead of just like eating a whole bunch of cookies and just like sitting there doing
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
But do you guys have like a cheat day where you say, okay, I just want to have one cookie?
Oh, we're human.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
if we didn't have a cheat day, we'd be like robots or something.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
wouldn't be human.
That's what I wanted to know, because it's like you guys say you guys got to be so specific what you're eating and things like that. I want to know, like, is there a window where you guys can eat something like,
So type 1 diabetes is a lot more manageable than
Okay.
type 2 diabetes.
Mm.
Type 2, they're still producing some insulin. Some people have the pump if they can get it if they want it. But we have our insulin on us at all times. It's just a matter of doing the insulin for the foods that you're eating. Like I'll eat a cookie here and there, and I don't feel guilty about it because I have my insulin now.
Got you.
to relay it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But see, I have to calculate it. I have to sit
Yeah.
there, read the carbs, and then I have to
Yeah.
test myself, do all the math, and then go, okay, that's 2 units, click, click, boom,
Yeah,
stab myself.
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I do it and everything. So yeah.
So interesting. So that would basically answer and sum up 5. It's just about how you guys have to operate within the society.
I think that's more the society, yeah, because
Yeah.
in society, people are eating and doing what they want.
Yeah.
We kind of restricted.
Yeah.
But you think about it, it's a good restriction because we think, okay, so let's go back to the French fries. If we eat the French fries without taking any insulin and our blood sugar goes up, what does that tell somebody that has a pancreas that's working? You shouldn't eat that.
You're right.
True.
You should
Right.
not be
That
eating
is
that
so
because
true.
if you have a body part that's not working or is fighting against you and your blood sugar goes up, that just tells you your body's working even harder to fix, and produce the insulin and fix all that.
Yeah.
So it's almost kind of like you should not be eating certain foods that we can't even be eating. So it's more of like clean eating in a way.
Right. And it's a default, like you guys having diabetes is a default to say, okay, I need to eat healthier. I need
Yeah.
to be
Oh, yeah.
cleaner within my body and
Definitely.
things like that. So
Yeah.
that's really good.
It's definitely a balance between carbs and protein. If you're gonna have carbs, have some protein so it's healthier for you. I'm Italian, so we literally have pasta almost every night and pizza like all the time.
Oh my
So-
God.
I know, it's so hard.
Pizza, oh my God.
I know. I portion. I try to portion as
Right.
much as possible, but it's delicious. Going back to Italy is so hard. Everything's pasta,
And does
pizza,
your
bread.
family adapt their ways to
Definitely,
you?
yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Like I was talking to support system. That's definitely.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
so good. That's so good. What are some tips and advice you guys can give about people dealing with diabetes today?
Oof, gosh, well, I would have to say it's all mindset. For me, I believe it's a huge mindset. So when I was diagnosed, it was the mindset of, I'm not going to feel sorry for myself. I know, God has a bigger plan. The universe has a bigger plan for me. And you just kind of keep that hope. And then it kind of propels you and you keep on moving forward to what that big future is for you. And I feel like for me, it's just been it's more of like you just have to keep on pushing forward with it and just keep your mindset right. And like I said earlier, don't look at the number and be like, oh, I'm 200, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because so many people post that on social media, their highs and lows. And it's just like, you gotta learn to be able to look at it, adapt, fix it, move on.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's not, and I don't want to be so mean, but it's not a pity party. This is not a
Yeah.
time for you to have crocodile tears. It's time for you to be strong and be an inspiration to other women and other people with diabetes and say, I have a high blood sugar. This is how I'm correcting it, and I'm moving forward.
Exactly.
Got to keep on moving forward.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good.
It's all about staying strong, being strong for yourselves and for the people around you, because the people around you want to see you living for a very long time. They want you there for as long as you can. So definitely just being strong every single day. Like we said before, you are going to have your highs and your lows, but it's just about, I read in a book one time, there's a 5-second rule or a 5-minute rule. Whenever you come with like an obstacle in life, just take like 5 minutes or even less of that, a minute or so, and just have all the emotions, punch a wall, cry, whatever you want, but after that 5 minutes or 1 minute, just move on, because you can't do anything about it. You can't change it. You can't change the fact that you have diabetes. You kind of just have to accept the fact and move on.
That's good.
Or you can reverse it too, and the play off of that is you can basically switch your mind real quick and think of the positive.
Exactly. Yeah.
And just think of like, I had the slice of pizza, I shouldn't have had it, now my blood sugar's high, but you know what? This, and this is positive about it.
Exactly.
I learned not to have this pizza again. You just kind of change it into like a favor now, that you've been gifted that favor.
Yeah, that's good. So what is something specific you guys would like to share with individuals dealing with diabetes? What's the difference between diabetes 1 and 2?
Oh, I'm gonna let you take this one because when we first met, it was the same thing that everybody says, and we got $1 every time.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Whenever we say we're diabetic, people find out we're diabetic. You're not fat.
Yep.
How do you have diabetes? You're not big, you're not obese, you're not overweight. But type 1 diabetes is a little bit more severe than type 2 because our pancreas is completely shut down. Type 2 diabetes, you can cure it. You can cure it with exercise, diet, all that fun stuff. You just have to change your lifestyle. But with type 1, we're given it and we're just waiting for God to give us a blessing with the cure. But yeah, so type 1, it's completely shut down. That's why we insulin dependent. Whenever we put anything in our mouths, we have to inject ourselves with insulin. You're running pancreas. Whenever you're eating something, it's just automatically doing it because your pancreas is working. But ours is shut down. That's why we have this is why I call this my pancreas, and she has her pens that she injects, and that's her pancreas.
Wow.
So if you ever want to know if food's good or bad, give it to us and we'll tell you real
Exactly.
fast. And then you know what to eat and what not to eat.
Right, that is good. I need to take you to restaurants with me.
Oh God. Well, we could probably look at it now and tell you.
I know. I heard a good thing. They say if you see it on a commercial, you shouldn't be eating it.
Oh, that is good.
That is good. If they're advertising anything, you shouldn't be eating it. So is there any information or advice you guys feel like the fashion industry should adopt to people who have autoimmune diseases or disorders?
I would just have to say, like, I wanted to do modeling growing up, and you know, of course, that was kind of side realm, and I have my own fashion blog, so I'm my own model there. But the point is, I never wanted to do the agency thing because of the pump thing, because I was so scared after becoming a diabetic. Oh, I can never be a model because I don't want to do the pump, and I don't want to do this and this and that. So it was almost kind of like it hindered me. So I just stuck with my whole blog thing. Now seeing you and what you're going through and how you overcome it, I'm just like, shoot, that made me feel like I should have done that a long time ago.
Exactly. Yeah. In high school, I didn't have anything, and I was so insecure to have it all, and I didn't want anything bulging out. I was very skinny in high school. I was like 110 at 5'11".
Oh my God.
Yeah, so very underweight. Now finally personal training or going into lifting, I finally gained all the weight back. But yeah, in high school, I just didn't want anything bulging out, and like for modeling, I didn't want anything bulging out. But eventually I got it, and it's just completely changed my life. It changed my numbers to be more steady, and instead of having to prick my finger every single time, and kind of like giving myself to self-pity, like, oh, ouch, I have so many like scratches and scars. It's not that bad. I love it. It's great lifestyle.
But isn't it amazing how our bodies want to heal ourselves? Because when we poke our fingers, it's just like a few minutes later we could squeeze our fingers
and it's nothing.
Yeah, it's basically, it's kind of like the hole already closed back up.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's almost kind of like our bodies want to heal ourselves. And we just have to find a way to heal ourselves in a way that it's going to help us with managing what we have to do.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Also, I feel like your body is also saying, help me, I'll help you.
Ooh, good. I love that. I love that.
Love that too.
It's if you treat me well, I'll treat you well, and we'll get through this together. So thank you guys for coming today. I appreciate you guys, and thank you guys for tuning in to Models in Diabetes. I want to give a special thanks to Doris and to Alexia, and also I have a few shout outs to one, Skip at West Coast Leather for providing the amazing clothing for Alexia today. She also had a very cute fluorescent holographic dress that he also provided, and that was very wonderful. We'll also see those clips soon on our Instagrams. And then also we would want to thank our diabetic friendly winery who sponsored us today. I appreciate it. Their names are
Dry Farm Wines.
Dry Farm Wines. Thank you for tuning in with us, and see you guys soon.